What's happening, folks? Mulo Motivation back for another reaction video. So today we're going to be doing Michael Jordan rare workout footage. Like I said in the past, I appreciate greatness and I always like to study what it took to get there. I don't want to be the type to hang out at the finish line to see the final result. I want to see what things he did to get to the final product. I want to see what you had to overcome, the obstacles you had to face to become this person that I see before me. So today is Michael Jordan. It's about 3 minutes long, the video, at 14 years old. Okay? If you're here once more, thank you so much for your support. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel for more reaction videos. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the video. We're going to click on it. So I will take off my mic so you can hear the video as well. It's from a channel called Stack. I'll make sure to link the original video in the description. But other than that, let's see what we can learn from this video. Alrighty, let's get it. So I'm gonna turn off the music. I don't want to get hit for copyright. Is there any?
Well, there was a small article.
Perfect. So Tim Grover, there's a book he wrote. I forget what book it is. What is it? Relentless. You gotta read that book. You gotta read that book. I think there's 3 things you can be called. I know Michael Jordan's a cleaner. I forget the other 2, but you have to read that book. Very, very good book. I read it maybe a couple of years ago. I'm gonna have to go back and reread it, but this guy trained Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Dwayne Wade, I don't know who else, but excellent strength and conditioning coach.
In the newspaper saying how Michael was tired of taking the physical abuse from the Detroit Pistons and wanted to start a strength and conditioning program, but he was afraid to lift any weights because he didn't know what the effects were going to be on his game. And I actually contacted the team physician and the athletic trainer at that time, met with both of them to explain my philosophies, and they introduced me to Michael. And Michael said, I'll try it out for 30 days, and 30 days turned into 15 years.
That's awesome, man. So strength and conditioning is something necessary for sports, especially if you want to excel. So I don't know if anybody knows, but I've done strength and conditioning coaching for athletes in the past. I've done it for soccer players and boxers and basketball players as well. And the thing that differs it from regular training is the fact that you're doing things for sport to be. You're doing things specifically for sports, I should say. So you're trying to build endurance, some sort of power, agility, for things for you to excel in the sport. That's what strength and conditioning is. So it's not like a typical bodybuilding or powerlifting or anything like that. It's sports specific.
Michael's mindset in the training was extremely unique. I mean, the most competitive individual I've ever met. Never wanted to lose at anything. Always felt like somebody else was going to outwork him, so he wanted to outwork them. Knew what his weaknesses were, knew what his strengths were. He had a big thing where he used to say, hey, listen, I'm going to turn my weaknesses into strengths. And he did. And what you notice is every year there was evolution in his game. There was something that he added, whether it was a new shot, a new move. He was never satisfied, no matter how many championships, how many titles, what people said, how many accolades he got. He always wanted to get better. And most practices have the starting 5 on the same team. Practices where Michael's at, they always had Scotty on the other team because Michael wanted to go against the best defender and the best player or the second best player on the team. He never played down to the level of his competition. He always found a way to motivate himself. If he knew in a certain game that he could score real easily, he'd say, well, I'm going to go get some more rebounds, I'm going to go get assists. He would.
That's the thing I appreciate about players like Michael Jordan. They don't stat pat. They go in the game and do what they need to do to win. Do what they need to do to win championships. Not pad stats and collect a bunch of accolades to be able to use in debates years later. You know what I mean? And another thing you mentioned there, he never shied away from competition, meaning that he wasn't gonna team up with other superstars, form super teams and stuff like that to win, right? He did what he could to improve himself by training harder, hiring an expert to be able to help him excel in where he lacked. He was able to self-reflect. I need to look at myself. I need to look at how I can be stronger so the Pistons won't beat me up again. You know, that's a champ. But the players now, all they seem to know how to do is complain, flop, get paid more, and form super teams. Tell me I'm wrong.
He had no weaknesses in his game, and he did whatever the team needed to win. I think the key components to that mindset is once he stepped between those lines, nothing else mattered. That was his safe haven. Nobody could get to him. He was able to perform in front of millions of people, and he never wanted to let them down, but he practiced extremely hard, which made the game very easy for him. From so much practicing of all the different aspects and understanding film and the other players and what their tendencies are and being so well prepared, he always had the edge over his competition. What the young athletes can learn from Michael and his mindset is there's more to preparing for a basketball game than just the dribbling, shooting part of it. There's knowing what the weakness and strengths of your opponent is, what the opposing team is, what your players are capable of doing, what they're not capable of doing, what you can do to enhance their abilities. It's a job.
Wow.
It's a job just like every other one, and the more you're prepared for it, the better you will be at it. But preparation takes hard work and it takes sacrifice that you have to do.
And he's a true student of the game. A true student. It's just missing now. My players now have I don't know what to call it. Talent is not it. You know, they don't have grit anymore. Their mindsets is cooked. You can be confident without being conceited. It's two different things. I'm confident, but it doesn't mean that I believe that I'm over God, I'm over the law, I'm over people. This is what the people now in the league have, and they're very narcissistic. That's what social media does. That's what getting paid more does. Being able to get away with something like load managing. He even mentioned something about him not letting the fans down. People are paying so much money to get courtside seats wherever they're sitting at in the arena to watch their favorite player play. But now they have rules where you have to play 60 games and you can be MVP. The standards are lowering and players are taking games off because they want their stats to look better, their efficiency, all these things in the book, and they want to bring it into debates when it's not debatable. These guys played every game. They showed up at every practice. They never took time off. Plus they had a better mentality, mindset, and humility. You know, all across the board they were better. All across the board. We have more advantages now? More money, more medical resources, more resources like dietitians, coaching. We have more media, and look, we're creating spoiled little brats. That's what it is. They're all spoiled. You know, they had grit in high school, university, and once they get to the NBA, they're brats. It is what it is. Anyways. So I believe that's it for the video. Let's just get out of here. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you took anything from the video and it gave you any kind of value, whether if it's entertainment, education, or whatever was needed, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more. Let me know what other reactions you want me to do. I don't want to be singular minded on this channel. I want to learn. I want to be able to look at something, take something from it to be able to use in my life, but also be able to react to it in a way where you can take it and use it in your life as well. Okay? So that's the mission statement. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more videos. May God bless you. I'll see you next video.